And that's where the ANC has retained control of all the 5 wards that were contested by different political parties and independent candidates in the area of Mkhondo. The residents there yesterday in a highly contested by-elections after some ANC councillors were expelled by their party for misconduct. They voted with the opposition to topple the ANC from power in the municipality after the 2021 local government elections. And this is where we find Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela, who is in Mkhondo. Mweli, good morning to you. So, it's a day after the by-elections. The results, are all parties happy?
Yes, as you have put it, this was a highly contested by-election, and when you look in terms of the results, well, as much as the ANC has retained control of all the 5 wards, but you can see that the EFF gained much ground almost in all those 5 wards. In fact, in 4 of those wards, we've seen a decline in terms of the support of the ANC. But looking into the contest, as I said, it was mainly between the EFF and the ANC, but we know that there were 5 political parties and 5 independent candidates contesting in those wards. And looking into the background, Mweli, this is an important victory for the ANC, considering the fact that despite the fact that the ANC won the municipality by about 54% of the vote in those 2021 local government elections, it wasn't in power because, as we have put it on the intro, some of the ANC members were found to be voting with the opposition parties. That is why then we saw the mayor being an independent candidate taking control of that municipality, running that municipality. But let's get reaction from the chairperson of the Economic Freedom Fighters about the outcome of these by-elections. I saw, we spoke earlier today as well, you are not happy with the results. I think from the social media posts I've seen some of your members also expressing some dissatisfaction, saying that there were irregularities. How do you take this outcome?
Well, it's correct. As the EFF, we are not happy at all with the outcome of these by-elections, precisely because we've got substantial evidence that there were serious irregularities in terms of vote rigging. I can attest to that. There's a guy who's the regional chairperson of the ANC by the name of Walter Mgomezulu, who bought all the presiding officers in the big VTs. I'm saying this because even the IEC presiding officers approached us saying they want 50,000 and they will help us win the VTs. And we said, no, we don't work like that. We have worked the ground. We're satisfied that we're going to win those VTs and those wards. And then the other evidence that is there is in Ward 18. There's 100 ballot papers that are unaccounted for in the closure of the VT. So this is their strategy or approach. The IEC and the ANC agrees to bring 10 people each. That 10 people, they give them 5 ballot papers. So one person vote within 5 ballot papers. So they calculate the numbers to give them 200. So there's extra 200, 200 and other 100 in other VTs just to make sure that their numbers are above the EFF. So we've won those words. We're sure. We've won those words. The ANC didn't win those words. The IEC presiding officers bought the ANC through the back door because of corrupt relationship between the two. And we have been saying that IEC is ANC and we must change the voting system of South Africa, because if things continue like this, then there's no democracy and fairness, because we have worked the ground and I'm sure we've won the ground, and we were going to reveal those people who did that.
Mr. Setibe, very serious allegations on the regional chairperson of the ANC, Walter Mgomezulu. Surely we'll try and get a response. But how sure, or in terms of the evidence, are you sure that you've collected enough evidence to prove that indeed there were those irregularities? And what's the next step forward from your side? Are you considering taking any legal action after these results?
I'm sure about these irregularities. As I've indicated, that they came to us, 2 of them, the IEC presiding officers, wanting money so that they can help us, and we refused because we knew we worked the ground. And then with Walter Gomez, he was all over the VTs and even creating chaos, intimidating women and everything, campaigning on the gates on that day. But you know, elections, you don't win them on the day of elections or through the results. Even during the voting, many times the ANC taxis that very people were idling empty. It was only EFF tables that were very active in most of the wards and big VTs. So I'm going to consult with my national leadership to seek for their wisdom. What must we do? Do we challenge this? But we have substantial evidence about these irregularities.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us. Koli, as you have heard, that's the chairperson of the Economic Freedom Fighters in Mpumalanga, Colin Sedibe, saying that there were irregularities, even accusing the regional chairperson of the ANC here in the Gatsebande region of being involved in terms of actually buying, if I may call it that way, those votes. So, but the ANC in the Gatsebande region, Koli, has released a statement to say that they welcome the results. They believe that they actually confirm that the ANC remains strong in terms of support on the ground here. We've tried to reach out also to the regional leadership, but as you know that most of the ANC members and leaders are heading to Nasrec for the conference, but at least from that statement, the only thing that they are saying is that they are happy with the outcome, and indeed it shows that the ANC enjoys full support in this part of the province.
Mweli Masilela, thank you very much for that update. Live for us in Mkhondo, in Mpumalanga. Well, let's continue.